Okay, so hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to a very special edition, and you can see my smile and understand. Of Backstage with Boria with a dear friend of mine. 2 years we
Yeah,
haven't done something together, and all of
I
a sudden
know.
I messaged him saying, "Arey Aftab, IPL season kuch to karna chahiye yaar." And he said, "Let's do it. Let's do it, folks."
Let's do it.
But Aftab, good to see you. You look great. Firstly, tell me what are the next few releases? What should I watch? Which platform? क्या हो रहा है? Life का
Okay,
थोड़ा
okay.
बताइए.
So first of all, congratulations to you, Boria. I've seen you grow with Revsportz, and in the past couple of years, I've seen your progress. And I mean, hats off to you for driving this. With so much of passion. And I just want to say congratulations. I've seen all your work. I've always admired your work, and I'm very glad to be back talking to you. I know it's been 2.5 years, but honestly, it doesn't feel that long.
Thank you.
It feels like we just spoke just the other day. But yeah, congratulations on Revsports. I'm happy to connect with you and jam with you. But yeah, God's been kind. I've done some 3 or 4 films this year, and it took a while, but 2 films I think will release this year, not very long from now. One is a romantic thriller, which is I can't reveal the title just yet because the makers will reveal the title soon, but that should be hopefully out end of May. So that would be my next release, and that is a theatrical release, so that will be out in cinemas. And then followed up with a romantic horror film that is with the title of Kasoor. It's the same film. It's not a sequel, but it's got the same title as the original one, Kasoor, and that's coming out after July of 2025. So these 2 films are my next 2 releases this year. And then we also started the fourth part of Masti. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but that will come
Yes,
out,
yes.
I think, either the end of the year or first quarter 26. And then I'm also doing this film called Welcome to the Jungle with Akshay and Sunil sir and everybody else. So that's another laugh ride that's going to come out again either the end of the year or early next year. So these 4 films are the films that I'm currently finishing and working on.
Excellent. And you've also done a lot of OTT stuff. Anything on that front?
Um, Not yet, but I've done 2 shows. Yes, we were speaking during when I was working on those 2 shows. I remember
Correct.
that. Um,
Ops that
Special
the
Ops
special
1.5,
ops
yeah,
one. Yeah,
and
we were
Poison.
talking then. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I know we were talking then. In fact, I was just going through some of our old chats, and I saw some of the clippings of that interview. And I remember I had a mustache, and we were chatting when I was traveling at that point of time. But yeah, I mean that was 2021. But yeah, nothing exciting since then. But yeah, I love OTT. I'm looking forward to doing some more stuff on there.
Chalo, moving on to my subject, IPL. Aftab, the cricket fan. यार, I wanted to talk to you. मुझे ये बताइए, uh, sport, film, obviously close relation. आप कोई भी टीम ऐसा है क्या? सपोर्ट करते हो किसी को? आई रिमेम्बर यू टेलिंग मी वंस यू आर एन एमएस धोनी फैन. थोड़ा सा
Yes,
बताइए,
still.
व्हाई एमएस धोनी? व्हाट इज द थिंग दैट गेट्स यू क्लोज टू एमएस धोनी? द लीडरशिप. गिव मी सम सेंस.
So okay, let's put it out there. My 3 favorite teams are Mumbai Indians for obvious reasons because I am a Mumbaiker, and I also love Rohit Sharma. I love him as a leader. I know he's not captaining Mumbai Indians, but I love him as a cricketer, as a leader, and just as a guy. He seems a lot of fun. I watched a lot of his post-match interviews. Ironically, it keeps popping up on my feed, and we all know what a character he is. So I personally like him as a player. Of course, Virat, like the rest of the world, I think he's once in a generation kind of player. So of course, for him, I would say for emotional reasons, of course, I would want RCB to win one title at least for Virat Kohli, like all his other fans, and of course, MS Dhoni. Uh, I mean, he's for me, he's I can't say he's a legend. I'm saying the kind of following that he has. I've not seen that following besides, Sachin Tendulkar in this country. And I mean, at his age, he's now what 43, and he's playing the IPL. And his fitness levels, I've seen him in the gym. I worked out with him when he was in Mumbai a long time ago, a couple of years ago, and I've seen his workouts. And I know how diligent he is with his workouts. I know how he does strength training, and he works very hard on his lower body, his legs, his now of course he's bulked up his shoulders and chest and biceps as well. But I've seen the kind of work he puts in the gym, so I've always been an admirer of him for his ability to maneuver the game mentally, which very few players have, I think, in the international arena. So these 3 are the 3 teams that I'm rooting for. Of course, at the end of the day, only one can win. But I'd be happy if any of them win, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately India wins. Any of these fellows win, India wins. They go home
Exactly.
happy. Who cares?
Yeah, happy.
But
Exactly.
I didn't know Aftab Shivdasani will give me a headline also. Now I will say about MS Dhoni's gym routine. You've given me a headline
Yeah,
about
no,
how
he
he
is. He
does
is.
strength training and all.
And I can testify to that. I've seen him. And he's a very tough guy, not only mentally, but he puts in the work physically as well, you know. It's easy to say that he comes and hits these big shots and he's got like big forearms or big shoulders or whatever, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of work that goes
Of
behind it,
course.
which we don't really see.
But after, on a different note, two Indian passions: Hindi cinema or OTT now, and cricket. IPL, obviously, as a brand, India's only global sports brand. People consume it
Sure,
in different parts of the world. Your thoughts on that?
sure. I think it's unparalleled. It's next to no one. The kind of popularity the IPL has, and anywhere in the world, on any time zone, you find people watching it in America, people watching it in the UK, people watching it in Canada, people watching it in Australia. So you've got complete ends of the globe watching the sport, diligently waking up at odd hours to watch games. I mean, that speaks volumes on the popularity that the IPL has, and it's a matter of pride that it comes out of our country. And it's not only the popularity, but it's brought so many players to the international stage. Not I'm not talking about foreigners. I'm talking about Indian players. I mean, which is I don't think there's we always knew that this country is full of talent, but this one format as like India can have three international teams and still win
Correct.
internationally. They can have three teams of 11 players at least, if not more, and still win most ICC tournaments. I think that's the kind of talent that we have in this country.
Absolutely. And just to go back to the Rohit Virat point, you said Rohit again. All of us have been sort of real admirers of Rohit Sharma's
Sure,
leadership. Uh,
sure,
Even the Champions Trophy, under pressure, winning. What
sure.
endears him to you? I mean, I'm sure you know the man personally. I do know him very closely.
To be
Have followed
honest,
all his career. What endears Rohit Sharma to Aftab?
he's the one person I've never met in my life. I'll be very
Hmm.
honest with you.
Okay.
But having said that, we play for a celebrity cricket league. You must have heard the CCL.
Yes.
It's for actors. And his coach, we call him
Dinesh.
Lard Sir,
Yeah.
Dinesh.
Dinesh.
Dinesh. He was his coach, so we got to hear a lot about Rohit from Lard Sir. Lard Sir coached us for at least 7 or 8 years for the CCL. We play for Mumbai Heroes. Um, so we actually hear a lot of tales about Rohit and how hardworking he is. But still, you can never get to know the person up close and personal, until you actually meet them. And just one person I've never met. I met Virat, I met MS, never met Rohit. But just you can understand the character of a person when you watch them play. And when Rohit plays, off late, he's got this. It's not flamboyance. It's just this I don't care kind of attitude, but in a very streamlined way. It's not. It's not reckless. I would not say he's reckless because he's a responsible man, but just the way he sets the tone for every inning right up at the top, that kind of builds a lot of confidence in the dressing room. And that requires a lot of selflessness as a player to do that. And you know
Absolutely.
that you have loads of pressure coming from so many billions of people. Like if you make a mistake, how many people are going to troll you or people are going to criticize you. But he doesn't really take that. He takes it all into his stride and he still is willing to go for his shots just to make sure that the momentum is built right from the start. And that is the mark and that is a hallmark of a very, very great player, a selfless player.
You use the word troll, Aftab. Let me actually ask you a kind of serious question. I mean, whether you're a film personality or a celebrity like you yourself or a cricketer, because of social media, you are all exposed to that. I've gone through my controversy. Been
Sure,
exposed to that. It's not easy
sure,
to deal with. A word on that. I mean, ultimately, cricket or sport is real, not real. I mean, people will make mistakes. One will win, one will
sure.
lose. But the kind of abuse and unmitigated abuse we now see on social media, unfair at times. How does
Sure.
one and as a responsible citizen, I'm asking this question. Your thoughts on social media and trolls?
See, I'm not a very big fan of social media. Initially, of course, we were all fascinated with social media, and I am on social media, having said that, but I limit myself and my usage of social media only to the point where I really need it. I don't really look for validation. I don't look for any opinions. I don't look for any advice. I don't look for any suggestions because you won't get constructive criticism anymore on social media. What social media was originally supposed to be for is that to inspire people, to motivate people, to spread good news, to spread real news, not fake news, to educate people, to just generally inspire people. But unfortunately, it's being misused in a lot of ways. I don't believe that true essence of social media is being utilized. I feel a lot of people are being misled to believe that, they are popular with a number of followers, or they are unpopular in a certain opinion, and that start playing on your psyche. So I'm pretty sure that people who are at that level of sport and even films, including myself, I don't take all these things seriously, because at the end of the day, it's all an illusion. Just because you have millions of followers doesn't mean that they're going to throng to the theaters to watch your film and your film's going to get an opening. That doesn't happen. It just makes you feel, oh, I've got so many millions of followers, so I'm really famous. But at the end of the day, it's not the case, Boria. It's just to make yourself feel better in a closed environment, that, oh, I got so many followers, so I'm really important. No, you're not. It's the impact that you leave on people's minds, and the memories you leave in people's lives, that makes you relevant to them, that makes you important to them. So I don't really take anyway social media seriously. For my work and my profession, yes, I have to be on it. But over and above that, you know me, I'm quite a private person. I keep my personal life extremely private. I don't really need to tell people that I just brushed my teeth, or this is my food that I'm eating, or I just went to this place. And I don't do that. I just kind of keep everything personal, because at the end of the day, nobody's really happy for you besides your own family. And I keep my personal things extremely private. So yeah, I don't take, coming back to your question, I don't take trolls, or I don't even take compliments seriously. I don't even really look at that, because I just take it in through here, take it out through there, because my validation is not going to come from them. My worth and my self-respect is not going to come from them. It's going to come
Fantastic
from me.
answer. Fantastic answer. Few more questions. One, something that kind of binds sport and IPL and film together again, fans,
Yeah,
because ultimately they are the core. I mean, when I see
absolutely.
I'm in Kolkata at the moment, 40 degrees centigrade, 3:30 in the afternoon, 70,000 people at Eden Gardens. And I'm like, boss, are you
Yep.
mad? And they are
Yeah,
mad. They are
yeah,
mad.
they
Whether it's
are.
for
Yeah,
Virat
they're
Kohli, whether it's
fanatical.
for,
Yes, yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
or MS Dhoni or Rohit Sharma. Word on
Yeah.
fans and how critical they are to the IPL.
They are very critical. To be honest, they are the ones who make the IPL. You see, nowhere else on the globe will you find so many people in a stadium watching a cricket match. Even if it's the MCG or the SCG, or you take any other stadium in the world, or the Lords for that matter, you won't find so many people. You will find, yeah, 60, 70% of the stadium, and they're massive stadiums filled up. But you won't find people in 80, 90, 100,000 people coming in, like you said, 35, 40 degrees Celsius and watching a game, sweating it out almost with the risk of getting dehydrated. So these are true cricket lovers who love their game, who love their players, and who love their teams. I mean, that is something that India is just amazing, the kind of passion that they have for the sport.
Hello, last 5 minutes of rapid fire. Who's winning the IPL? Your playoffs. Give me four teams.
Um, I have not been following the teams per se, but I believe a lot of players have swapped. I
Yeah,
believe
because
people
of the
like
option.
Rishabh has gone somewhere else, KL Rahul has gone
Rishabh is
somewhere
now the
else.
captain of Lucknow and KL in Delhi, and yes. But are
Um,
you going to include your three teams, Bangalore, Chennai,
100%.
and Mumbai?
No, but those are emotional decisions. Those are not practical decisions. MSD, Chennai, obviously. Virat, I think Virat, the ideal title for him, I'm saying not the ideal title, but something that would really be another feather in his cap would be to get an IPL title. And he's like MS, he's stuck with Bangalore, which speaks volumes on his character as well. And Mumbai for emotional reasons. But the fourth team, I would say, I have not seen the squads, but can you just give me an insight as to what the squads look like without being
Rajasthan
biased?
strong. Rajasthan strong. Lucknow Super Giants has all its bases covered. Rishabh Pant captain and excellent middle order with David Miller and Aiden Markram and Nicholas Puran and all of those
Okay,
fellows. Real firepower.
okay.
I think the real strong team is Kolkata Knight Riders, defending champions, Shah Rukh Khan's team, and I would have
Who
asked you
is
a Shah Rukh
who's
Khan
who's
question.
No, no, of course you can, but who's leading KKR?
Ajinkya Rahane will. Venkatesh Iyer is
Oh,
vice
Rahane.
captain, but
Okay,
more importantly, they have their base. So they have a Sunil Narayan, an Andre Russell, a Venkatesh Iyer,
okay,
a Harshit Rana.
okay,
They have the base. Varun Chakravarti. I think Kolkata
okay.
Knight Riders is very very strong.
And who are the others? Who we missing in
And
all of this?
you know Shah Rukh well.
Hmm.
All of Calcutta. I mean, every cricketer I ask tell me this guy is a very different owner, and he the humility of the man. The it stands out. Give me an insight into Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay, as many times as I've met him, he is a very magnanimous person. He's a very relatable. He's somebody who's very connected to the ground, to the earth. So he knows his roots. He's not the kind of person to, um, everyone has mood swings. There's no question about it. But I mean, at his level, he's entitled to. But he's human at the end of the day. He will feel the same emotions that you and I feel. But I've heard he's very hospitable. I've heard he's very magnanimous. He's somebody who's not just humble and kind. That's something that's a given. But somebody who really goes out of his way to make you feel, loved, to make you feel respected, to make you feel appreciated. And see, these are qualities that you don't get every day. So, of course, people who would be around him and play for his team would feel special as well. Not to take anything away, I'm sure he's in it to win it for sure, and so would his team. But I think it's just the grace and the humility and the magnanimity that he shows to his players makes them feel like it's home. And that feeling, I think, you can't get anywhere.
Excellent. Last question. One IPL match that you remember, you went to, your personal memory, something like that you've attended a game and you have fond memories of?
Um, to be honest, I've attended very few IPL games.
Okay, tell me about
I
India only. I mean, cricket.
India, I just went to the ICC Champions Trophy final in Dubai, and I saw the semis. I was lucky enough to see the semis as well as the finals. I was not in. I mean, I was traveling when the India-Pakistan match was there. That would be in a cracker of a match as well. But I did watch every ball on TV. But the India-Australia and the India-New Zealand, right from the word go, I mean, we knew that just India is not only strong on paper, it's just they came out with a very strong attitude, a very strong message. And like I said earlier about Rohit setting the tone right at the start, it makes you feel that they mean business. And this team was never going to lose the ICC Champions Trophy right from the word go, right from their first game. They were made out of different stuff this time. They looked like they just wanted to win. If one guy failed, the other guy performed. If that guy failed, the third guy performed. And I mean, you have 11 technical match winners in your team. So very few teams have that combination and grit that India showed this time. So I was graceful and I mean, lucky enough to see. And this happened, what, 10, 15 days ago? The
Correct,
semis and
correct,
final?
correct. 9th of
So
March. So
yeah,
just, yeah, 2
there you
weeks.
go. 2 weeks. And I'm very happy for Rohit because it's deserved. He deserves it. He deserves all the accolades. You can easily criticize the man when he gets out, but it's moments like these that make you stand out as a player and remembered for generations.
I'll end there. Always a pleasure chatting to you. I mean, this was just a free-flowing adda in the
But
typical Bengali adda style. But we must
I'm
do this
I'm very
more.
happy. Yeah, I'm very
No, we
happy.
can't. We can't wait for 2.5 years now. But Aftab Shivdasani, you sold your whatever bungalow for
I'm not
millions
told
of rupees
anything.
and all that. So you invest in Revsportz now. But we must not
Okay.
wait for 2.5 years.
Okay, no, sure. Please feel free. It's always a pleasure chatting with you, Boria. Like I always said, you're the encyclopedia of cricket. I mean, we just follow your
No, we
lead.
must watch an IPL game together. We must go and do a cricket game together. Maybe if you're in
No,
England
sure.
in summer, we must go and watch a India
No, we
England.
will. I will. In fact, I wanted to see either the semis or the finals this year. Obviously depending upon schedules and availability, but I would love to see an IPL game. Very few IPL games I've watched.
Either an IPL game or in an India England Test match in England in summer if you're around.
Oh, that would be lovely. Like I said, we did the last chat when I was in Southampton, when I was visiting coincidentally, and the India, I think the match got washed out or something, or it got
Yes,
delayed. It got
yes,
delayed by a
yes.
day or two. Yeah, I
But
mean,
this
it
time
was
round, 5 Test series,
in
you and
England in
I
June,
must
right?
do a day together in
I'd
England
love it.
in summer.
Would be
Chalo,
amazing. Would be
deal.
amazing.
You will spend time in Oxford together and we'll go and watch a
Yeah.
match together. Deal. Be my
Lovely.
guest.
I look
Thank
forward
you
to
very much, Aftab.
it.
Thanks a lot for
Thank you,
joining.
Boria. Thank you.
Thanks a
All
lot.
the best. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks.